Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Hi and hello to all of my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Who take that deep breath. Don't forget about the Epstein files. Oh, and yeah, this topic is related to JD Vance and that interview he had on The View. So yeah, get that scorching, boiling hot petty tea. Take a sip. If you like it cold, hold the ice because the ice is a hot mess in these streets. Don't forget my Patreon. Don't forget the Patreon because I'm uploading more pictures and I'm going to be doing other things pretty soon. But yeah, I have a lot of pictures. I'll have a lot of things I need to upload, research, and do. And on the Nerd channel, I'm going to be going over yesteryear, and I'm going to do that pretty soon. Pretty soon. I had to take a little break because of the person who gave, like, Mr. Spider is the one who gave me the book. So now I'm just, like, every time I look at it, I'm just like, ugh, really? Really? Hmm. And yeah, I'm going to be talking more about him because I don't know. It's just so, like, so confusing. Because he said he did not have a reason to break up with me. And yeah, it does not make any sense. Any sense. And what he said over the 2 or 3 weeks before, take me to that part. Yeah, go catch up. But it does not make any sense. But at the same time, if he wants to leave me to peace so I can work on my goals and everything, hey, babies, and that's why I've been going hard. Oh, I've been going, like, if you saw all the things I've been working on and everything that I've been achieving, because I'm like, ignore the haters, especially his ex-wife, ignore just the bullies and all of the terrible, ignorant, racist bigots that I've been meeting almost on a too regular basis, and the sexist, awful, terrible patriarchy men out there who think they are owed a woman, and or if a woman's a certain age that they have to be desperate enough to just do what they say. So anyways, okay, so yeah, check out Patreon, check out my books. Gonna have novels soon, but I'm gonna start republishing my because yeah, right now they're only on the nightmare called Amazon, because yeah, catch up on medical nightmares and my undiagnosis, because I remember the episode about that lawsuit where that white doctor is suing about the blackdoctors.com website. If you don't know how racist and terrible some of these white doctors are, and also Middle Eastern doctors. Yeah, because I'm good. Yeah, I have so many more episodes to talk about with my medical nightmare. But do you know how many of the Middle Eastern doctors were racist with me as well? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Even there was a female one that literally she was laughing at me. Literally, she was laughing at me, and she even said what Dr. George Cirilli said. She was like, "Well, in my notes, Dr. George Cirilli said," and it was like, I don't care what he like. What? It's like, are you like? So yeah, that's one reason I will never forgive that awful, no good, terrible, disgusting, just ooh. And even though someone might be a doctor, does not mean they're smart. Does not mean that they're intelligent enough to listen and pay attention, because that whole time he when because he chuckled at me when, and I think I kind of wonder what did he write in his notes, to the point where she laughed and almost every doctor before, until I couldn't walk anymore. I want to know, what did he write in his notes that makes people laugh or smile or smirk? What? you know so, but anyway, yeah, I have a lot to talk about, don't I? I've been through it. My life has literally been very much a nightmare, but at least I get to squeeze the information out and inform and let you guys know, because they want to tell us we don't need DEI. Listen to the stupidity from the vice president. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. Especially like the history of like the things he has said, and the man can't. He could not make up his mind on with his name. How many times are you gonna change your name? Really? But okay, he was on the View, and so I'll put it up on. Yeah, I'm gonna put the official because a lot of people be copying the View and trying to air it as their own. I don't. I'm like, what? Stop. But they do that with so many others, and I've caught people trying to do that with my videos. I'm like, no one listens to me. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Leave me alone. Stop it. Really, really. But anyway, okay. Yeah, JD Vance was on the View. Oh, and this is one reason why I say Anna's one of those Republicans where I could get along with. I can never date. Like, okay, a male version, I would never date, but we could be friends. I would never date, but we can. And it's like Republican conservative men. I just recorded an episode on this too. Conservative men keep trying to match with me. I don't know why. I don't know why, because there's very limited and very certain type of variety of Republican that I can converse with, and Anna from The View is that type. Alyssa, heck no. Alyssa, heck no. We both like animals, dogs, and stuff like that. That's about it. No, I don't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. She's a part. Like, I like her name. See, I could say something nice about her. I like her name. But yeah, but anyways, back to Anna. This girl, yeah, her and Sonny, it's like, oh, but Whoopi had to calm Anna down. And that's when I was like, girl, get it. Like, she was just letting JD Vance know, like, we're not stupid. We know you're lying. We know you're saying blah, 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 blah. We know you know what you guys are doing. And you should be like, she was just like, there was one time where she was speaking so fast. I'm just like, oh, just imagine that in Spanish. Oh, because she was just like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, yes, girl, drop the mic. Yes, get it. Keep going. Because part of the topic was especially about erasing Black people's history and things. And JD Vance was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He makes Pinocchio like the whole Orange Man like panel and all the people that work for him and every single person that works under his presidency, they make Pinocchio just look like the most honest, like honest Abe. Okay. They make him just look so innocent and just like because the Orange Man says, I never lie, and MAGA believes him. MAGA believes him. I just recorded this, but like I recorded another episode where I talked about this in alternative facts. I don't know which order they're going to go in, but yeah, look that up, listen, because I just covered this. And so, yeah, sometimes I'm like, I think of ideas and I think of topics for a great reason. And almost the entire JD Vance interview just felt like alternative facts. And he just acted like he was like oblivious to the information that the ladies were giving him and the facts that they were giving him, especially when it came to African American voices and our vote and our history. And it was just to the point, like, okay. So when they were taking down African American history displays, like that, like out, like it was outside in the obvious, and then the city had to sue. Yeah, I talked about that in another video, but like, and it came straight from the president. How do you know? How do you not know about that? How do you not know about that? And then, especially when during the beginning of the second term, how are we this stupid? As a country, how are we this stupid? But at the beginning of the term, like it's ridiculous because like some things that I wish they brought up was then okay if he's not trying to silence Black people, then what's going on with the Supreme Court? And how come there's a list of 200 words, two or 300 words you're not allowed to say, and one of them is black, or on like government paperwork and research and everything like that, not allowed to have black on there, or people of color. But yeah, people of color still think they're white or they're next to white. So as long as they're not one of us, but that's a different subject for a different day. But yeah, yeah. And they keep trying to ban books by black people or people of color. Even remember that book by a Native American, and it was like a true story based off true, but like the white people at the library were offended and told, like, because the white people were not the heroes. So then the library moved it because they were going to lose funding if they didn't. And then look around the country of the most popular banned books. It's like, especially like Maya Angelou and everyone like that, when it talks about the racism, the segregation, and like the history and the issues and the problems within racism and just race, period. Yeah, they want to ban that because, oh, that's going to make the white kids feel bad. That's going to make the white. How do you think we feel facing racism on a daily basis? Again, check out my Patreon. I got receipts for days, for months. Okay, I got receipts. Yes, I do. I do. Throughout this presentation, I'll probably have a mixture of some of the things the Orange Man like cabinet has done during the second term, maybe even during the first term too. And I'm gonna have screenshots of some of the racism, and some are gonna be straight from the Patreon, and some are gonna be just straight up links. The my regular collection that you've seen in other episodes, but just a reminder because JD Vance acts like he's confused, like he's delirious, like he doesn't know. He acts like he does not know. Especially the Supreme Court allowed the police and stuff to follow and like follow people based off their skin color. Yeah. And then also, okay, let's not. Okay. I can circle back on the race thing because, okay, because yeah, they didn't bring up what happened at the boxing fight or the wrestling fight, whatever. They didn't bring that up where one of the fighters had the nerve to refer to Mrs. Obama as a man. That would have been a great opportunity to hear, like, oh, so what do you think? What's your opinion? It's like, do you think that was racist? Do you think that was an issue? Like, what would you tell Mrs. Obama right now? Would you apologize? Do you think the president should apologize? Ask those questions, boo boo. Okay, because I'm sorry, it's like that still irritates me. I have several episodes where I talk about it because it's an issue. Because being a black woman and the issues that I go through with even my natural hair and my, like, I'm a lighter African American. So it's like either I get called that I'm not black enough or I'm an N-word or whatever. It's just, or a mixed girl wannabe, Mariah Carey wannabe, like Oreo, like, trust me. And so I am so used to the hatred, the racism, and everything like that. And so when this in front of the White on the White House premises, you have someone saying something so racist and like sexist and derogatory and rude and awful and terrible. It's like, and then all the times the orange man try to call an African American low IQ. Every chance he gets, he calls a black person low IQ. Only if he sees a young Miss thing. Because remember the girl from Africa, she was a dark complexion woman. Remember when it's like those people from Africa were all kind of agreeing with him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so he was like saying how beautiful she was and everything. And so it's like, and I think that's one reason why a lot of the Gen Z, like boys, men, and everything look up to him, because he's teaching them, like, yeah, just get a woman that obeys and listens and acts like a good girl and be quiet. Because even with the dating app, like millennials, and even like the Gen Z that try to match with me, oh, I laugh, but oh, I take screenshots. I take, like, because I used to be like, maybe I shouldn't. No, I am. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, they're stupid enough to, no, I don't care. So, anyway, like a lot of, there's so much racism, so much hatred. And some people might don't like me because they think I'm judging and everything. That's fine. That's fine. If you don't know how it feels to be like dehumanized on a regular basis, because even like my gender or my race or my disability and everything like that, you will never understand. You won't. When in about 9 states right now, they're trying to bring back parts of certain acts that are against the disability community. And one of them is Texas. Take a sip of that petty tea, because, ooh, baby, it's like, do you know how ironic and do you know how just twisted and that's a little off? That's a little off, right? Mm. But another issue, because yeah, I can go back to the race thing, but when JD Vance had the nerve to, in my, again, this is all in my opinion, babies, remember, all in my opinion. But near the end, near like the ending segment, he had the nerve to say they're all about the kids, all like, because Sarah was asking, like, and she was telling her viewpoint about kids and religion and even the social media and how the millionaires care more but just about the millionaires and keeping kids on the apps because how like the search just keeps drawing you in and it's hard to escape and everything like that. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I care all about the kids. I care all about." If he did care about the kids, no one asked about how around, I think it was Easter, when the orange man said that they don't have money for daycare for all. How they have money for war. They have money for war. The same war that eliminated like a lot of girls at the girls' school. Yeah, they say they're all lives matter, but yeah, instead of taking care of the all lives in this country, all of our future lives in this country with the daycare and everything to make sure that they're taken care of so parents can go and work. And if they're working, then they less likely need to be on government assistance and food stamps and things like that. But yeah, they don't want to think about that. But no, you say that the money needs to go towards war. But then he did start those like the Orange Man money accounts or whatever for newborn babies, but it's based off of Christian families, conservative families. I thought all children matter. I thought all lives matter. The children did not make the choice to exist. Especially you want to take away a woman's right to choose, but if the child didn't have a choice, if his or her parents aren't married, or if it was a not one night stand, or if they're a second marriage. Because yeah, there's a lot, if you didn't know, yeah, there's a lot of rules with which child or all of, or in order to get one of those accounts, what you have to do. And so now some women who want to make sure their child has an account might just marry the guy just so that the child can get that. But now I'm wondering, what's the expiration date when then they can divorce the guy and the kid can keep that money, keep the account and everything? Hey, you might call like that's not Christianly. Skip that. It's like with how evil a lot of the Republicans in the Christian community have been doing. So you got to play the game. It's like look at the game they're playing. Sometimes you got to sit down and figure out, okay, what are the rules? Okay, so just like Monopoly, it's like, okay, what's the setup? What are the rules? How am I go? Okay, how do I get around the board? Yeah. And so now let's figure out how the other players are gonna play. That's what you got to do because yeah, don't have the money for daycare, but you have it for war. People or babies can get accounts, but even though the babies didn't play, like, yeah, It's not their choice. It's like, and also, if it was caused by a grape, if it was caused by a grape, would you be expecting the woman to marry the man? Would you be prosecuting, or if would you be blaming the woman? Because I keep hearing men blame the woman. And I mean, I know a lot of the women, we already know, like, what were you wearing? Why were you out so late? What were you doing? It's like, why don't you just try to find a relationship? If you're single, maybe blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't have gone there. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. Oh, well, it's like, if a man likes you, then maybe you should have just given him a chance. And maybe you shouldn't have said no. And maybe you shouldn't have, like, the excuses, like the things that I've heard people do to blame the woman. And so, if it was during that kind of scenario, are you going to allow the child to have that account? Because there's no way. There's no way. And if you decide not to give that child one of those accounts, because, like, to me, that's despicable and that's unchristianly. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. Okay. If a woman was forced, but then you're going to tell her, like, in order for the baby, like, you have to marry her. No. Oh, see, that's going to make me sick to my stomach. No, that's disgusting. So, and I'm still going to be doing research because I plan on doing a full Patreon like thing on it, because it's because when you think about the stereotypes too, I think they're hoping that majority of the people that get it are of a certain complexion. But yeah, I don't know. It's just JD Vance just acts like he just does not know. Even though, like, his wife is a person of color, his kids are half people of color, but it's like one drop rule, right? So, like, most people see the wife's side and the kids first. Yeah, especially the daughter. Oh, the daughter looks just like the mom, too. And even the way that he kind of like he dragged her during that one interview at a conference or whatever with the religion and stuff. It's like, you're really going to treat her like, because I still want to know, like, okay, she's about to have another baby. I, I'm, how did she, I couldn't, no, I couldn't, no. It's like, if I, like, and my dating preferences have changed so much throughout the years or whatever. And Mr. No Heart, oh, he lied, like, yeah, he lied to me. And yeah, let's just say in front of me, he would act like a Democrat, but as soon as he was with his family, and then he would call them stupid and dumb. Oh, my parents, oh, they're dumb, they're stupid. Oh, yeah, they're gonna vote for the orange man, but they're idiots, they're dumb, they're like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. Oh, yeah, when the orange man talks about poorly educated, oh, they're talking about my family. But then once he's with his family, and the mom is saying the only reason I got into college is because I'm black, mum's the word. Mum's the word. I wonder how he is when he's with his or like his wife's side of the family. I wonder how he is with them. And I wonder politically where her family stands, and how or if they agree with anything that this man has coming out of his mouth. Because, like, we have to remember that a lot of the people of color did vote for him. A lot of the people of color think that a lot of the things are blamed on black people, and or they say black people, we asked for this, or we're to blame for some of the like things that are going on within this country, even though they don't learn that much about our history. And it's apparent because of the stupid things that come out of their mouths. So, but yeah, when it comes to the racism and like the issue with the daycare, but oh, like, I'm sorry, like, again, Anna, Anna, She'll never listen to this episode, but I just have to say thank you because she represents the type of Republican woman I could go to brunch with. I mean, I don't know if we would be best friends, but I think we'd at least be decent friends. And we would have respected, like, because, yeah, a lot with the dating apps, a lot of the, especially white conservative MAGA Republican men, oh, they call me a bigot because I won't date one of them. It's like, even though I say we can be friends if you don't meet the following, again, I say at the beginning, if you don't meet the following, we can be friends. I say that in my standards, in my profile. But the men, it's like they can't read. I forget the reading level, the average reading level in America is around fourth or third to fifth grade. Yes, and I've witnessed it. Babies, I've witnessed it. But whew, the amount of times they've all of a sudden try to tell me that I'm racist when I'm like, you can be any race and gender and be a part of any political party. You can. You can. Or and you can be apolitical, unpolitical, moderate, yeah. Green Party. You can be any of them. It's like I heard there's a new party being developed. I forgot who said they were gonna start it. I think it was RFK Jr. if I'm not mistaken. But I know it was a Republican. They said they were gonna start their own. But then that fell apart. Ooh, and I have some good screenshots on that because there's some guys who they oh it's kind of like they treat RFK Jr. and Elon Musk like the golden calf. They were just like, if you don't like Elon Musk or RFK Jr., you know where you can go. You know you're stupid. You know you're this. You know you're that. You know you're worthless. Then it's like these are the best. Like, oh my god, it's like sometimes I laugh so loud because I'm like, and this is why I will never date a conservative Republican. Yeah, but then they don't listen or understand because sometimes when I swipe left on them and then they swipe right on me again, so I see them in my feed and I'm like, but I said no. And then a few times, especially last year, some of them, since I have a unique name, they find me on like social media, LinkedIn or whatever, and then they write me and tell me, I've been trying to swipe right on you. I've been trying to take you out. I've been trying to show my interest in you. What's going on? It's like, why do I keep swiping right on you? Are you like, how are you not interested? Then some of them tell me their height, how much money they make, how many inches they are, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, how religious they are. Oh, and it's really funny when they tell me their inches and then they tell me how religious they are. I'm just like, okay. Or they remind me of how old I am, so I better try to get a man as soon as possible. Honey's babies, if I can get my businesses where I want it to be, I can pay for someone to mow my lawn and plow my snow and stuff like that. And I will get a house where I can call home and I could just write my stories in my books, make my candles and my greeting cards and just mind my own business and enjoy my like mind my life, you know? You know. But the way JD Vance talks, he highlighted a lot of the things I keep seeing with the conservative men on these dating apps. He proved why I will never date a conservative or like Republican man. Oh, yeah, don't worry about MAGA. Yeah, MAGA normally just writes me to call me the N word and call me a stereotype and say that I must have babies or 4 or 5 different baby daddies and things. Yeah, they're racist. They're bigots. They're monsters. They're ugly, human, like disgusting. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human and you're human too.